Hi everybody, I thought I would do a video explaining my product, one of my products, my witch's runes. And these are fun little divinatory tools that, although not as ancient as, let's say, our Norse runes, they're considered modern, and by modern I mean around the 1800s. And they're a really great tool, divinatory tool, for people who are just starting out, just starting into their magical practices, just learning to trust their own intuition. They're really great because they're almost self-explanatory. They're really easy to use, and each of my sets comes with their own informational booklet to help explain them a little bit better for you. When you first get your set of runes, it's really important for you to play around with them, get a feel for them. If you are, handling a certain rune and you get something intuitively that's different than what I have in my booklet, write it down by all means. The things that I have written in the booklet are mainly what I get intuitively from each specific symbol. It's great to start a rune journal so that as you do readings, you can interpret things as you like, and then you have something to give to people you're doing readings for, and also keeps kind of a digest of the development of your own intuition and development of your intuition. So my sets are made out of resin, and just because they're made out of resin does not mean that you cannot cleanse and infuse them. I would not recommend water because they do have acrylic paint here. So what I would recommend is either a smudging or outside in the moonlight, during a full moon, that kind of thing. This set is made out of clear resin with a fuchsia resin put in and silver acrylic paint. And they come, as I said, in a protective satchel. Resin is pretty hardy, but it can scratch. So I do recommend putting them back in your satchel when done. Magic is all about what you put out and what you put into it. If you have a sarcastic intention, if you're not in a clear headspace, if you're in a negative environment, these things are not going to work for you. So it's really important for you to be calm, positive, open-minded, in an intentional sort of state when you're doing things like this. You don't have to figure out your entire belief system in one night. That takes years. So what I would recommend is maybe lighting a candle, speaking out loud your intention. I have already cleansed and charged all of the rune sets before I send them out, and they're basically charged with helping the user develop their own intuition and magical abilities. That's what I charge them with before I send them out. So you can either keep that, or you can cleanse and charge them with your own intentions. So witches' runes, their symbols are a lot more self-explanatory than the more complex Elder Futhark runes. And they do come in a specific order. So rune number 1 is the sun. So with the sun, it basically illuminates all things. It chases away the dark. Huge manifestations can be coming, powerful masculine energy, good choices, and I should also mention each rune is either a yes or no, charged with a yes or no, a positive or a negative. So you can ask these runes yes or no questions. So rune number 2 is the moon. Again, that's pretty self-explanatory. And the moon can mean things are a little bit wonky right now. Pay attention to cycles. The past could be coming up to rear its ugly head again. Feminine energy involved. Open your mind and use your intuition. That's what the moon is all about. Rune number 3 is flight. So travel could be coming. Again, kind of self-explanatory. Pay attention to important documents. There might be something that you need to communicate with others. News might be coming, generally good news. Basically movement, communication, that sort of thing. Rune number 4 is rings. And, runes is basically kind of an unbreakable bond. It's a symbol that you don't have to do things alone. There may be a relationship that needs attention, or it could be time to look for someone special, that kind of thing. Rune number 5 is romance. And that one, again, is pretty self-explanatory. You have to be careful with this one because passion can become negative and attraction can turn into obsession. So it's a symbol to pay attention. Your partner could actually be craving some romance, and it could be indicative that you might soon meet your soulmate. Rune number 6 is woman, feminine. So pay attention to a psychic energy around you, your own and others. There may be an important woman either bringing news or helping you with something. Be receptive to positive energy. It also could be the beginning of something great coming. Nurture your creative side. Rune number 7 is man. Take action. An important man may be involved. There could be someone or something in your life that needs protection. See my protection paper for that. And you need a plan or a strategy. Now is not the time to be reckless. Rune number 8 is harvest. Abundance is coming. You're reaching the next level of development. Your hard work is being rewarded. Good things take time. Basically, you're about to reap the fruits of your labor. Rune number 9 is crossroads. Again, pretty self-explanatory. And that one is all about choice. You're going to need to make a choice soon. Your path may seem blocked and you might need to change direction. Be flexible, but don't be afraid. Choose your battles. Rune number 10, waves. Wait for clarity before moving forward. Control your emotions. Take some time to reflect. Someone could be lying to you. It might also mean that someone is trying to communicate with you from the other side, so pay attention to messages as well. Rune number 11 is star, indicating that you are being guided. A wish might be coming true. A large windfall is coming. Take the steps to achieve your dream. Rune number 12 is the scythe. Could be damage that needs to be healed. This one can indicate a warning of death and danger, so this one's really a one to be cautious with, especially if you're doing readings for others. You might need to cut negative people out of your life. Something is ending. You need to focus on a shift, things like that. Rune number 13 is the eye. And it basically means pay attention to your psychic abilities. Work on developing your abilities. Protective energies could be needed. This is also a one to really pay attention to when you're doing a cast. And again, not all sets include the blank. I like to include the blank because sometimes the information is not available yet, or we're not meant to know it, and that's when this guy shows up. So there are a lot of different ways that you can read these runes. I have put 3 different types of readings or ways to read them into my information booklet. So again, the first type of reading that you can do is basically a 1 rune reading. So you can ask, the same thing as with tarot cards or oracle cards. What do I need to know today? You can ask a yes or no question, and whatever pops into your head when you're doing this, write it down. I totally recommend a rune journal, and I'm working on developing one. So let's ask a question. Are my kids going to bed nicely for my husband downstairs? And we have romance. That means no. This is a negative one, so I should probably check on that. So that's the first type of reading you can do. The second type of reading you can do is what's called a 3 rune reading. You ask 3 questions while pulling a rune. So question number 1, I generally recommend, what do I need to grow? Masculine, man. And I need the support of my husband, so that's absolutely true. The second question is, what has come to pass? And we have the sun. So things have been illuminated, manifestations are coming, I know what I need to do now, And rune number 3, what do I need to let go of? And we have crossroads. Need to let go of bad choices that I've made in the past that have resulted in things not happening the way that I wanted to. I need to forgive myself and let go of those. So that's kind of how that works, really kind of pertinent. And finally, the third reading that I recommend that you can do is simply casting out all the runes while asking what messages you should be paying attention to today. If the runes fall upside down, toss them. Don't toss them, but put them aside. So here we go. Upside down, upside down. And you also pay attention if the eye comes up, which it hasn't, but let's say that it has, you would want to pay attention to the runes immediately surrounding it. The eye is very important. The further away from the eye the rune is, the less important they are, but don't completely ignore them. So we've got crossroads, rings, woman, scythe, waves, flight, moon, harvest. So this is a little bit of a more complex reading. You can look up the meanings for each of these. And this is a great example of why I say play with them first, develop your own meanings for each rune so that you can kind of intuitively say, okay, you're going to be making a choice. Maybe it has something to do with a woman, things like that. And you can come up with your own reading. I cannot control what you do, but it is my intention that you use these only for positive endeavors. I don't support negative, endeavors with any of my items that I sell or create. Everything is made in love and light, and I hope that you do that too. I hope maybe this has given you a little bit of clarity. Long gone are the times that witches have been thought of as, green warty-faced, nasty women with conical hats who cast hexes on you and turn you into cats. That's the stereotype. Witches primarily, and no, I am not a witch, but I do believe in some of their beliefs, and I do resonate with a lot of the things that they do, and I do resonate with certain tools that they use, and that's what I choose to promote. I take a little bit of what resonates with me from different religions, different spiritual sects, and that's what I use. So start a spiritual journal, start a rune journal, and just have fun, play, use them for positive things, have some fun with your friends. Once you get good at reading these, you'll be surprised at how quickly your intuition starts manifesting itself, and you start going, I knew that was going to happen, or, this is going to happen, so I should watch out for this. And then you can start helping others. And that's what this is really all about, is helping others. There's so much negativity in the world today that I really hope the things that I create can show you some positivity and help you to show positivity to other people. So that's all for now. Have a great night. I'm going to go check on my kids and my husband to make sure they're all okay. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Love and light.